incredibly hot out there, so the question is, which fan is the best? We have a bunch of different brands to test today, so let's find out. We'll see which fan moves the most air volume. We'll also compare airspeed as well as noise level. Unfortunately, not all the fans will survive the durability test. At a price of only $32, the least expensive fan we'll be testing is made by Comfort Zone. All the fans we'll be testing are between 16 and 18 inches in diameter, and this 3-blade fan seems very flimsy. They claim an airflow of 7.48 feet per second. We're going to test that. It's a 3-speed fan with a 90-degree oscillating head. And the Comfort Zone is made in China. And the Comfort Zone seems a bit of a project to put together, and it seems poorly built. Weight is sometimes an indicator of quality, and the Comfort Zone is extremely light at less than 5 pounds. In the first test, let's see how much air each of the fans moves using this tester, which uses a pitot tube. All of the fans will be moving air through a 10-inch opening where the pitot tube will be installed. And the Comfort Zone is at 380 CFM on the lowest fan speed. Now it's at 407 on medium fan speed and around 435 on the highest speed setting. At a price of $35 is this Holmes brand. Just like the Comfort Zone, it's a 16-inch oscillating fan. 3 speeds, 3 modes, and a 7.5-hour timer. High speed velocity in 1700 CFM. Only 58 decibels on the strongest speed setting. We're going to test that. The Holmes does come with a remote control, which allows you to adjust the speed setting and to start and stop the oscillation. Made in China. And the Holmes weighs 6.43 pounds. And the Holmes is at 350 CFM on the lowest fan speed and 386 on medium. The Holmes claims 1700 CFM on the highest fan speed, and unfortunately, it only made 445. At a price of $37 is this Seasons Comfort brand. It's a 3-speed fan with 90 degrees of oscillation. They claim quiet operation and adjustable tilt control. Just like the Comfort Zone, the Seasons Comfort is a bit of a project to put together. The Seasons Comfort is made in China, and the Seasons Comfort weighs 5.18 pounds. And the Seasons Comfort is at 373 CFM on low, 423 on medium, and 450 CFM on the highest fan speed, which is the best yet. At a price of $40 is this Black+Decker brand. And the Black+Decker is by far the best package fan yet and seems to be more likely to arrive unharmed compared to some of the other brands. Oscillation up to 90 degrees. It comes with a remote control. While the remote does have the ability to adjust the speed setting, it does not have the ability to turn off and on the oscillation feature. That has to be done manually. And the Black+Decker is made in China. And the Black+Decker weighs 8.35 pounds. And the Black+Decker made it to 327 CFM on low and 390 on medium. And it's 452 CFM on the highest fan speed for the Black+Decker, the best yet. Also, the price of $40, the same price as the Black+Decker, is this Hurricane brand. Definitely not packaged nearly as well as the Black+Decker, but it did survive without any visible damage. It claims to have a powerful cold breeze at 1,350 RPM and 1,201 CFM. We're going to test that. It's a 3-speed fan that claims to be quiet and powerful. It even comes with a remote control. While the remote does have the ability to adjust the speed setting, it does not have the ability to turn off and on the oscillation feature. That has to be done manually. And the Hurricane is made in China. And the Hurricane's by far the heaviest yet at 11.65 pounds. And the name Hurricane seems to fit as it's moving the most air volume yet at 489 CFM on low speed, and 530 CFM on medium, and 567 CFM on the highest fan speed is more than 100 CFM better than the competition. At a price of $49 is this Amazon Basics brand. And the Amazon Basics is definitely not packaged nearly as well as the Black+Decker, but everything appears to be in good shape. It claims to have a 60-watt motor that offers a whisper quiet operation. And the Amazon Basics uses a very interesting design with 2 sets of fan blades. The remote control not only adjusts the fan speed, but it also starts and stops the oscillation. You can also set a timer to shut off the fan. And the Amazon Basics is made in China. And it's 11.78 pounds for the Amazon Basics. And the Amazon Basics is also moving a lot of air at 404 CFM on low and 485 on medium. And 522 on high speed is about 45 CFM less than the Hurricane. At a price of $52 is this Lasco brand. The previous fans are 16 inches, this one's an 18-inch. The previous fans have 3 blades and the Lasco has 5. So it'll be very interesting to see how the extra blades impact airflow and noise. Oscillating cyclone pedestal fan with adjustable height, timer, and remote control. Timer can be set for up to 4 hours. There's a knob on top of the fan that's used to start and stop the oscillation feature. And the Lasco is made in China. And it's 8.2 pounds for the Lasco. And the Lasco is at 338 CFM on low and 369 on medium speed. And 523 CFM on high moves the Lasco into second place. At a price of $55 is this EgoStar brand. Instead of having 3 or 5 blades, the EgoStar has 10 blades. I'm very curious to see if the 10 blades move more air and if it's quieter. 60-watt DC inverter motor which provides maximum performance and powerful wind. 75 degrees of oscillation. They claim 2,000 CFM. We're going to test that. The EgoStar is made in China. And the EchoStar weighs 8.56 pounds. And the EchoStar has 10 fan blades, and the air volume is very inconsistent, but reached a peak at 387 on low. And the EchoStar is at 470 on medium and 488 CFM on the highest fan speed. At a price of $61 is this Simple Deluxe brand. It's a 16-inch 3-speed adjustable fan. It claims a powerful 46-watt motor. 90 degrees of wide oscillation angle makes air around the room. It claims less than 60 decibels. The Simple Deluxe is very simple and it does not come with a remote. The Simple Deluxe is made in China. And the Simple Deluxe weighs 5.49 pounds. And the Simple Deluxe is at 433 CFM on low and 484 on medium. And 503 CFM on high speed is good enough to move into 4th place. At a price of $61, the same price as the Simple Deluxe is this Pelonis brand. It's an 18-inch, 5-blade oscillating fan. LED display, 5-speed setting, and 7-hour timer. It has 90 degrees of oscillation and 24 degrees of tilt. Just like several of the other brands, this one too includes a remote. The Pelonis is made in China. And the Pelonis weighs 14.72 pounds. And the Pelonis is at 383 CFM on low and 561 on medium fan speed. And the Pelonis is by far the best yet at 701 CFM on the highest fan speed. At a price of $120, the second most expensive fan we'll be testing is made by Drio. And the Drio is the best package fan yet and by far the easiest fan to assemble. Unlike the other fans, this one claims to be a smart oscillating floor fan. It includes both Wi-Fi as well as voice control. It works with Alexa and Google. It also has 6 modes and 8 speeds. It claims to produce a massive 882 CFM of air volume and travels as far as 100 feet. It claims to have an extraordinary noise level of just under 25 decibels. We're going to test that. Unlike any of the other fans, the Drio can oscillate both up and down and from side to side. And the Drio weighs 12.67 pounds. And I can't even hear the Drio on the lowest fan speed at 195 CFM. And the Drio is pretty quiet at 287 on medium. And 476 CFM on high is pretty good for a small-sized fan. At a price of $130, the most expensive brand we'll be testing is made by Vornado. It claims to be a whole-room air circulator. It claims it can move air up to 100 feet. Utilizes Vornado's signature Vortex air circulation. The Vornado does not come with a remote control. Vornado is made in China. And the Vornado weighs 11.87 pounds. And the Vornado is at 400 CFM on low and 559 on the medium setting. And 757 on high speed is by far the best yet. If it's all about air movement, the Vornado moves the most air at 757 CFM on the highest fan speed. The Pelonis finished in second place at 701 and Hurricane 567. A fan that makes a lot of noise can really be distracting. Comparing the noise level of the fans, the center of the fan will be at the same height as a noise sensor. The fan will be 48 inches from the sound meter and the fan will be blowing air away from the sound meter. And the comfort zone is at 44.7 decibels on low fan speed and 48.2 on medium, which isn't too bad. And the comfort zone is at 51.5 on high speed. Unfortunately, quality seems to be an issue with the Homes as the fan motor needs some help to get going. And the Homes makes a lot less noise in the comfort zone at only 37.8 decibels on low and 41.8 on medium. And 48 decibels on high speed is pretty good. And the Seasons Comfort is about the same as the comfort zone at 44.7 decibels on low and 47.9 on medium. And 51 decibels on high is just about the same as the comfort zone. And the Black+Decker is very quiet on low speed at only 37.7 decibels. And 45.6 on medium and 49.4 decibels on high speed is also pretty good. And the name Hurricane seems to fit at 50.4 decibels on low speed, and 53.8 on medium fan speed, and 55.3 on high speed is the loudest fan yet. And the Amazon Basics is moving quite a bit of air on low speed at only 42.2 decibels. And 47.5 on medium and 50.9 on high speed is also pretty good. And the Lasco makes a whistling sound and is also louder than the Amazon Basics on low speed at 45.1 decibels. And 51.4 on medium and 60 decibels on high speed is pretty loud. And the EchoStar is at 49.2 decibels on low. And 52.8 decibels on medium speed and 55.3 on high speed is pretty loud. And the Simple Deluxe is moving quite a bit of air for only 44.9 decibels on low. And 48.2 on medium and 52.7 on high speed isn't too bad. And the Pelonis is pretty loud on low speed at 50.8 decibels. And 60.9 decibels on medium and 65.7 on high speed is really loud. And the sound from the room is louder than the Drio on low speed at 37.8 decibels. And the Drio is still at 37.8 decibels on medium speed. And it's 54.1 decibels for the Drio on high-speed turbo setting. And 47.3 decibels on low fan speed isn't too bad for the Vornado. And 57.6 decibels on medium fan speed is loud, and 65.6 on high is almost as loud as the Pelonis. On low speed, the Drio is definitely by far the quietest fan, but the room noise prevents me from getting an accurate noise measurement. Homes and Black+Decker are also very quiet on low speed. On high speed, the Homes makes the least amount of noise at 48 decibels, but the the Black & Decker is relatively quiet at 49.4. Possibly, a better way to analyze noise is to consider the amount of air volume that's being moved for every decibel of noise. And the Hurricane moves 9.7 CFM for every decibel of noise on the lowest fan speed. However, the Simple Deluxe and the Amazon Basics were almost as efficient at 9.6 CFM for every decibel. On the highest fan speed, the Hurricane came out on top at 9.6 CFM per decibel. Amazon Basics finished in second at 9.5 and Simple Deluxe 9.2. Electricity is getting expensive these days, and the comfort zone is using a lot of juice at around 55 watts on low, 57 on medium, and 59 watts on high speed. And the Homes uses a lot less juice at 41.2 watts on low and around 45.6 on high. And the Seasons Comfort is also fairly efficient at 42.7 on low speed and 53.5 on high. And the Black & Decker is at around 49 watts on low and 55 on high, which isn't quite as good as the Homes and the Season Comfort. And the Hurricane moves a lot of air for only 45.1 watts on low and 57.2 on high speed. Considering the CFM performance, the Amazon Basics is moving a lot of air at only 41 watts on low and 51.8 on high. And the Lasco is a bit of an energy hog on low at 61 watts, the most yet. On high speed, almost 82 watts, which once again is the most yet. And the EcoStar is pretty energy efficient at 45.9 on low and around 50 on the highest fan speed. And the Simple Deluxe is the most efficient fan so far at only 38.6 watts on low speed and 41 watts on the highest fan speed. And the Pelonis is at 52.4 watts on low and 66.8 on high, but it does move a lot of air at 701 CFM on the highest fan speed. And the Drill costs a lot of money up front, but it's by far the most energy efficient at only 5 watts on low and 32 watts on high. Very impressive. And the Vornado also moves a lot of air, but it also uses a lot more juice than average at around 58.3 watts on low and 96 watts on high, the most yet. On the lowest fan speed setting, the Drill moves the most air for every watt of electricity used at 39.8 CFM for every watt. Very impressive. Taking into account the cost of the fans, the Hurricane and the Amazon Basics are also pretty efficient. On the highest fan speed, the Drill is once again the most efficient at 14.8 CFM per watt. Simple Deluxe also performed well at 12.3, Pelonis 10.5, and Amazon Basics 10.1 CFM per watt. Dust tends to accumulate on fan blades over time, and removing the fan guard to clean the blade can be challenging for some of the fan guards that snap into place. And the Homes, Hurricane, EcoStar, and Simple Deluxe are the only 4 fans with clips which allow for easy access to the fan blade. Sooner or later, someone is probably going to bump into the fan, and fan design could prevent tip over. On the highest height setting, the comfort zone reached tip over point at 12.3 degrees. And the Homes is very top heavy, and it began tipping over at 11.7 degrees. And the Seasons Comfort did the best yet at 13.7 degrees. And the Black & Decker has a heavy round base, which really helped at 15.6 degrees, the best yet. And the Hurricane also has a round heavy base, and 14.8 degrees is also very good. And the Amazon Basics began tipping over at 12.5 degrees. Just like the Amazon Basics, the Lasco also began tipping over at 12.5 degrees. And the EcoStar really struggled on this test at 11.8. And the Simple Deluxe is bound to topple over if it gets bumped at only 8.4 degrees. And the Pelonis moves into second place behind the Hurricane at 14.9. And the Drio just took second place away from the Pelonis at 15.1 degrees. And the Vornado began to capsize at 11.5. When it comes to tipping over, the Black & Decker began to topple over at 15.6 degrees. And the Drio also performed well at 15.1 and Pelonis 14.9 degrees. 8 of the 12 fans come with a remote control. A remote control won't do much good if the remote is unable to communicate with the fan due to having a blind spot. I compared all the fans, and the Hurricane is the only fan with a remote that offers 360 degrees of remote signal capability. The Black & Decker performed well at 200 degrees and Drio 180 degrees. If the fan does tip over, will it survive the impact? And things did not go well for the comfort zone. Unfortunately, the fan guard came loose and impacted the fan blade. Now the fan blade is broken and the fan is ruined. And the front part of the fan guard flew off the Homes, but no permanent damage to the Homes. And the Seasons Comfort also lost the fan guard, but no permanent damage. The Black & Decker is the first fan to avoid damage or loss of the fan guard. And the Hurricane survived without damage, and the fan cover would have stayed in place had I installed the retaining screw. And the Amazon Basics fan guard snaps into place, and it became detached as a result of the impact, but no permanent damage. And a tip over with the Lasco could become a fiasco with the fan cover popping loose. However, there was no permanent damage. And the EcoStar also kept it all together after impacting the floor. And the Simple Deluxe is a tip over hazard, and things did not go well for the Simple Deluxe. Unfortunately, the plastic housing on the fan motor is now broken and the fan guard will no longer stay in place. And the Polonus also performed very well on this test, and the fan guard stayed in place after the impact. Unfortunately, the Drio experienced damage from the impact, and the fan blade is now broken. And the Vornado is a tank, and it seemed ready for more action after dusting itself off from the first impact. Assessing build quality is based upon the types of material used and the overall build quality. It does not take into account the crash test performance, since that's not really considered a part of normal use for most people. While it is highly subjective, the Drio and the Vornado came out on top with the best possible rating of 1.5. Polonus also finished very well with the rating of 2. Another factor you might consider is the ability to adjust fan height. And the black+decker offers the most range at 11 inches of height adjustment. The Lasco also offers a lot of adjustment at 10 inches and Polonus 9.3. In some cases, airspeed might be more important than CFM or air volume. Airspeed does vary significantly across the front of each fan. Velocity is typically faster towards the outer diameter of the fan and slower towards the center. And the Vornado and the Polonus make the most airspeed at 18.5 miles per hour. The Drio also performed well at 17.7. So which fan is the best? When rating the fans, I did not take into account whether or not the fan includes a remote control, ease of access to the fan blade for cleaning, height adjustment, or remote control performance. I attempted to apply a pretty balanced weighting for airspeed, air volume, noise, energy efficiency, and quality. And the Drio came out on top with the best average finish of 3.5. However, the Drio is very expensive at $120. On the other hand, the Amazon Basics performed well considering a pretty reasonable price of $49. By the numbers, the Simple Deluxe did finish in third, but I do not recommend this fan. For $61, it does not come with a remote control and the build quality is pretty poor. In my opinion, it's worth about $25. On the other hand, the Hurricane would be my choice if you're looking for a fan that moves a lot of air for around $40. As the name implies, it moves a lot of air, but it is a little noisy. I really think the Amazon Basics or the Hurricane are great values when you consider price and performance. If you'd like to see more reviews on fans or portable air conditioners, please let me know. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested, so if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Please take care and look forward to next time.